Hey guys, Pie Guy Rules here, and I just got done watching an episode of The Incredible Crew. Wow. Just wow. I mean, this show is awful. It is really bad. What is it? Well, it's pretty much a ripoff of all that and The Amanda Show, but 20 years too late. Yeah, it's got the same weird random humor. It's got a sketch of some kid yelling at soup for 5 minutes. It's got a sketch of kids at school, and one kid ducks out and puts a mop in his place, and of course the mop replaces him, and all the popular kids love the mop instead of the real him. It's got all these sketches that you would so expect to find on all that. But here's the dirty little secret. All that isn't around anymore. The Amanda Show isn't around anymore. Most shows like that have gone the way of the dodo bird, aside from SNL, and the reason being, sketch comedy is really hard, and it's also kind of dead. Yeah, you know why sketch comedy is dead? I'll give you a hint. You're watching it right now. Well, not me, I didn't kill sketch comedy, but YouTube killed television sketch comedy because you want to see a funny sketch about kids covered in chocolate pudding? You can find it on the internet. You want to see a funny sketch about nacho cheese shooting out of a bag? You can find it on the internet, and I guarantee you it'll be funnier than anything that TV people can think up, because the internet is actually made by people who get it, whereas stuff like The Incredible Crew is made by writers who think they get it, but they don't actually get it because they're not real people, they're just writers. And hey, I'll cut them some slack. It's really hard to write that kind of stuff. You have to really nail it. You could be good writers and still fail at it. But that's the thing. This really fails, and it fails hard. All that is way funnier than this, and I'm gonna say, all that, if it were on right now, probably wouldn't be that funny. And I don't get it. Why are they trying to do this? Seriously, Cartoon Network, you have failed at live-action shows so many times. Why would you keep trying? Are you trying to compete with Nickelodeon? I'll tell you something, they're not competition anymore. Their cartoons suck, and their live-action stuff sucks too. Why are you trying to emulate them? In fairness, the kids are alright, I suppose. I mean, they're trying, and okay, yeah, the writers are trying to. It's not completely phoned in, but it just really misses really hard, and that's the thing about sketch comedy. It hits or it misses. There's not much in between. You look at those SNL shorts that are quote-unquote classic, and almost everyone loves those shorts, those who love SNL. And you look at ones that bombed, and almost everyone hates those shorts. It is very much one way or the other. In more fairness, it is also better than the Fried Dynamite sketches. They've at least learned a little bit from that time to now. Oh, and Jeremy Shada's in this. I mention that because, well, there's no real reason to mention it. You watch the show for 5 minutes, you're like, hey, Finn from Adventure Time is in this show. Cool? It's just, all the stuff on this show, we saw it 20 years ago when All That did it. We see better versions of it every day on the internet. And the funniest thing about the show is that the special effects suck. Seriously, you could do a lot better job with Photoshop in maybe like an hour. Heck, I could do a lot better job if I had Photoshop in an hour. It is really sad. Do the kids edit this show too? Like, seriously, I'm sure you don't have an insane budget, but come on, you could give at least a little bit of effort with that. That's the one jump you have on something like All That, and the fact that, well, back then those effects didn't exist for television, especially television on a budget like that. The show can't even be bothered to show us something pretty, whereas at least All That, when it was back in its heyday, it gave us things like a ton of cheap sets that they could pretty much destroy. It wasn't good practical effects, and yeah, it was cheap itself and didn't look real, but at least it was something that we couldn't do ordinarily. But again, with YouTube today, you can do that. There are people out there who do things like this. There's a lot of sketches on YouTube, and the ones that are really good, you're gonna see because they're gonna wind up at the front page. You don't need to see TV to get these sketches anymore. YouTube and the internet is a much better way of viewing these sketches because you're gonna get what's good, and you're not gonna see what's not good. Plus, with the internet, you don't have to sit through a bunch of sketches. And this show, even if one of them was funny, you won't want to sit through the other 4 that are a part of the episode to get to it. On YouTube, you just click, 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 okay, that one, not that one, that one, not that one. You choose what you want to watch. It is definitely inferior to do a sketch show like this on television. So in summation, it's an unfunny ripoff of a show whose genre died about 15 years ago on a network whose medium is completely wrong for it. Cartoon Network, if I could just give one bit of advice to you, it's be a cartoon network. You want to try something crazy? Try something crazy in cartoons. Don't try something crazy in live action, because I guarantee you, whatever you want to try, you're gonna fail at it. People have been doing it much better and for much longer than you. Don't even try. Stick to what you know. Try something adventurous with cartoons. Don't try something at all in live action. Pie Guy Rules, out. Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe if you like me, like this video if you, well, like this video, and comment if you have an opinion on anything that I just said. Oh, and I also have a Twitter. Follow me at Pie Guy Rules. I usually respond to any comments or questions that I get. Pie Guy Rules, out.